Hi, I'm Dan from Literary Gladiators, and this is another individual video. Today I'm doing The Divine Comedy by Dante Aligheri. Alright, so the first book off in it, of the Divine Comedy, is Dante's Inferno. This one is the most popular, but if you don't know the story, Dante's Inferno is a story about a character named Dante, oddly enough named after the author, who was a crusader in, I believe, the second or third crusades, it's never really specified, who ends up going through the 9 circles of hell. Here, each circle is defined by a certain type of deadly sin or some type of immoral lifestyle. Right? The circles are: 1 is limbo, 2 lust, 3 gluttony, 4 greed, 5 wrath, 6 blasphemy, 7 violence, 8 is fraud, and 9 is treachery, where the devil lives. The story follows Dante on his adventures going through hell and literally, and sometimes figuratively, fighting his demons. Each one of these different sins and circles of hell explain or have a part in Dante's life and things that he's experienced. For example, he meets his mother somewhere in the suicide forest because his mother hung herself one day. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to read the Divine Comedy, definitely start with Inferno, which is the first book, and follow Dante's journey through hell. The second book is Purgatorio, or Purgatorio. This is how you pronounce it right there. This one focuses on Dante getting out of hell and trying to reach paradise, which is heaven. Here, he fights through different layers. It's not really specified how many layers there are, but on the top is paradise. Here, he meets people who are trying to redeem themselves. Here, he tries to make amends to all the wrongs he's done in the past, because he's made many wrongs, as we learned in Inferno. And here, he tries to absolve himself of his sins in order to make it to the top. He can't go to the next layer until he's finished what he's done here. And we meet a lot of people from his past and stuff like that. Also, the character Virgil makes an appearance again as his guide throughout the mountain of Purgatory until he can finally reach the top. And last but not least is Paradise, or Paradiso, which is heaven. Now, heaven is described in a bit of a different way here. Instead of Virgil leading him through heaven, it's none other than his dead wife, Beatrice, who the whole reason for him going through hell and back was to find her. Here, she represents theology, in a way, which is a different type of belief in the Christian community. And we learn that heaven is made up of 9 spheres. These spheres represent the moon, the sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and I think it's called the fixed stars, and the premium mobile. All these represent different things. For example, Mercury is for people who do good for fame or glory, you know? Like, you do good for a reward. You don't do it out of the kindness of your heart. You do it for a reward. They are placed in what is called Mercury. Mercury is... It's kind of symbolic because Mercury is so small and limited compared to the sun, which is God. You know, so those people are very overlooked. You did good, but you're not really that good. This focuses more on Dante as he learns about the things of heaven. And this one has a bit more of a happier tone. Instead of learning about Dante's past, of him being bad, this one focuses on more of the good side of Dante and the good that he has actually done. Right? Like the last one, I think, before the premium mobile, the fixed stars, focus on people who were warriors of God who died in name. I think that was Mars. That's the one sphere. So, heaven is basically made up of all these 9 spheres. He actually does meet God and actually speaks to him in the Book of Paradise. However, God is described as a bright light with 9 circles of angels around him. And it pretty much brings Dante's story to a close where he lives happily ever after with Beatrice in paradise. So that's the Divine Comedy. So if you definitely want to take the books out, definitely start with Inferno, then continue on to the second book of Purgatorio, and then finish up with Paradiso. They're all great books and pretty much great stories, whether you look at them as a reference for a vision of the afterlife, or just for interesting story. Definitely pick them up. I recommend it. Until then, keep reading.